Our ride at Columbia Hills State Park was quite an adventure. As you go up to the staging, first off, there is about 3.5 miles of gravel. We did that just fine, but you do want to make sure that you have enough truck power to get your rig up to the staging area. We had 6 riders with 7 horses. Kendra on her Mustang, Kanita. Elise is there with little pony Toby, who was quite the champ through the ride. Shiona was riding Odell and ponying her Mustang, who's in training for competition, only off the wild range for a month. So he did wonderfully, but there were a few little blips for him when he spooked from all of the activity at the trailer, and then once out in the wind got away from Shiona, and we thought we just had released a Mustang into the gorge, but he made a big circle, came right back to Shiona, and we were on our way again. I wish I would have had that on video. But the wind was just whipping through. You can see in some of the videos where the horses' tails and manes are pretty much vertical. We also had an incident at the beginning of the ride where some hikers with camera equipment spooked one of the horses. It took off, and so the rider came off. So her mom, Carla, ended up riding, and they were riding double on Lucy and just ponied Shadow. This was the first of our water crossings. It became an issue for a few of the horses. Little Ori had to figure out how to cross, so that was a back and forth a little bit. As you can see, Elise just jumps off of little Toby. She did that quite a bit through the ride. Every time we'd stop, she'd just kind of dismount and mount on little, about 12-hand pony. Like I said, just the cutest little thing. So we waited. I ended up going back down to help Kendra get Kanita across the water. Especially beautiful because of all the wildflowers. This was in April. A lot of the yellow flowers and white flowers were in bloom, not as many of the purple lupine. This was our next water crossing, which was really more of a trickle of water with some mud. And again, Kanita was having nothing to do with it, so it took some coaxing to get her through the water, but it was a good training day for all the horses. I think this was right after Ori took his big loop around everybody and had come back to Shiona, so she's just kind of getting her bearings, getting him tied up again. After that water crossing, the trail is mostly gravel and leads out towards the highway and to another staging that you can overlook to the staging. That one is more for vehicles without trailers. It's not very big and it's right off the highway. So not as good a choice, although it's easier to get to, it's not as good a choice for unloading and tacking horses. Everybody made it back to the trailer fine. Horses did well. Jay might have a sore bum in the morning, but everybody was safe. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and share this video with a friend. Happy trails!